So, you're a science graduate in Nigeria, you've got that chemistry degree in hand, and you're probably wondering, okay, now what? Well, you've come to the right place. Let's get right into how you can turn that hard-earned degree into a seriously high-value career.
You know you've put in all those years of studying, all those hours in the lab, and you finally have the certificate to show for it. But let's be real. The big question is always, how do you actually turn all that work into a career that's not just rewarding, but also pays really, really well? It's a tough spot for a lot of grads, but trust me, the opportunities are way bigger than you think.
Okay, let's just start with a number. 3 million naira. And yes, that's per month. I'm going to say it again, 3 million naira a month. And no, that's not a typo. This is a real potential salary for an entry-level graduate in Nigeria right now. And just so you know that first number wasn't a fluke, how about this one, 1.6 million naira? Again, we're talking about a monthly figure for someone just starting out. And one more, just to really drive the point home, 1.2 million naira a month. The earning potential here is absolutely massive. It's real. So in the next few minutes, we're going to break down exactly where these jobs are and, more importantly, what you need to do to land one. So where are these unbelievable salaries even coming from? Well, you've probably already guessed it. We are diving straight into Nigeria's economic powerhouse, the oil and gas sector. You know, for so many graduates, getting a job in this industry is the absolute dream. And it makes sense. It's consistently one of the highest paying sectors in the entire country. And we're not just talking about a big starting salary. These companies offer incredible benefits, global opportunities, and a clear path to grow your career for the long haul. Now take a look at this. What's really wild here is the sheer scale of these numbers. And remember, this isn't for senior executives. This is an entry-level salary leaderboard. You see Seplat Energy right there at the top with that mind-blowing 3 million naira figure we saw. But right behind them, you have giants like Total Energies and Shell, all offering salaries that are frankly life-changing right after you graduate. And this quote right here makes a really important point. You might assume that only the huge international companies pay the big bucks. But here's the surprise. One of the most impressive packages out there comes from Seplat Energy, a Nigerian company. They're not just competing with the global giants. In some cases, they're actually paying more. But it's not just about the starting salary, right? This gives you a bigger picture. If you go with a multinational like Shell, you're looking at world-class training and a clear, structured global career path. On the other hand, an indigenous giant like Seplat might focus more on rewarding high performers, sometimes even with things like company shares, all within a super fast-paced, innovative environment. So the choice really boils down to what you want for your career. Okay, but what if working in oil and gas just isn't your thing? That's totally fine. The fantastic news is that your chemistry degree is like a master key that unlocks doors to so many other high-paying industries. Let's check out some of the other amazing paths you can take. Seriously, your skills are so versatile. Just think about it for a second. You could be in a lab creating life-saving medicines for a pharmaceutical company, or you could be in the food industry, literally inventing new tastes. Or maybe you're out in the field as an environmental scientist, helping solve our planet's biggest problems. And that's not even mentioning manufacturing, material science, or research. The list just goes on. So let's zoom in on one of those roles, the pharmaceutical chemist. I mean, these are the scientists right at the forefront of modern medicine. Their entire job is to create new drugs, figure out how they work, and make absolutely sure they're safe and effective for all of us. And yeah, it's a role that pays well. Nigeria's healthcare sector is growing like crazy, so the demand for talented pharmaceutical chemists is really high. We're talking average monthly salaries around 350,000 naira, which makes it a really solid career choice. All right, next up is one of the more creative gigs, the food and flavor chemist. This is where science gets really tasty. You could be the person developing new ingredients, creating the next hit flavor for a popular snack, or just figuring out how to make the food we eat every day taste even better. And this is another career with really strong earning potential. Food and flavor chemists in Nigeria can pull in an average of about 300,000 naira a month. So yeah, it's a super competitive and pretty fascinating field to jump into. Or hey, maybe your passion is really about protecting the planet. If so, becoming an environmental chemist puts you right on the front lines. You'd be the one analyzing our soil, our air, and our water to track down pollutants and figure out how to solve some of our biggest environmental challenges. With everyone focusing more and more on sustainability, this job is more critical than ever.
The average salary is solid, around 250,000 naira a month. And honestly, the demand for this kind of expertise is just going to keep going up. Okay, we've seen the what and the where, so now let's get to the most important part, the how. How do you actually put yourself in a position to score one of these amazing jobs? Let's lay out the blueprint. And when I say blueprint, I really mean it. This isn't just some vague advice. This is your clear, actionable plan. Getting these jobs isn't about luck. It's about strategically building your profile with the exact qualifications, experience, and certifications that these top companies are searching for.
So let's walk through this roadmap together. Step 1, the foundation. Your BSc or B-Enging is your ticket in the door. Step 2, experience. Your NYSE is mandatory, of course, but you have to be proactive and get practical experience from internships too. Step 3, skills. It's not enough to know the theory. Employers need to see that you're a sharp, analytical thinker and a great problem solver. And finally, step 4, and listen up because this one's a huge deal, certification. You must register with the Institute of Chartered Chemists of Nigeria, or ICCON. For any serious professional in this field is pretty much non-negotiable.
So, we've covered the industries, we've looked at the salaries, and we've laid out the roadmap to get there. The only thing left to think about is, what are you going to do with all this information? Look, if you take just one thing away from this today, let it be this. That degree you worked so hard for, it is so much more than just a piece of paper. It's a key. It's a key that unlocks doors to the very heart of Nigeria's economy, from energy and manufacturing all the way to healthcare and research. You have the blueprint now. You know what's possible, and you know the exact steps you need to take. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build with it?